Why do we live in a world where adults get to act like this?
And take things from children.
Crazy.
Fielder Harrison Bader sent a home run ball flying into the stands. Andrew Feltwell grabbed the ball to give it to his son Lincoln on what happened to be his 10th birthday.
Well, that's when a woman right here stormed over to the family demanding they give her the ball because she said it landed at her feet. The father ultimately handed it over.
When she screamed in my ear, that's when everybody saw how shocked I was. All I could think was make her go away.
When we had to give the ball to her, I wasn't very happy, but it had to be done to get her to go away.
What kind of adult steals a dream from a child on his 10th birthday? One moment, Lincoln Feltwell was holding a home run baseball in his glove, grinning from ear to ear. The next, a grown woman stormed over, barked that it was hers, and ripped the memory straight out of his hands. All because, apparently, it landed at her feet. But that one ball unraveled into something much bigger: online outrage, internet sleuths, conspiracy theories, and innocent people being dragged through the digital mud. The clip didn't just go viral, it divided the internet and destroyed reputations in the process. And wait until you hear how bad it got. Because this story wasn't just about one fan, one kid, or one baseball. It became a digital nightmare. Let's break down how one selfish moment became one of the wildest cases of internet outrage the sports world has ever seen. Lincoln was turning 10. He was at a game with his dad, Andrew Feltwell, watching the Phillies take on the Marlins under the Miami lights. They were just another family in the bleachers until Harrison Bader sent a home run ball flying into the stands. In that split second of chaos, outstretched hands, flying beer cups, people leaping across rows, Drew snatched the ball and handed it straight into his son Lincoln's glove. A sports memory millions of kids dream about, catching a home run. And on his birthday week, the stadium cheered. Lincoln lit up. The cameras caught every moment. This was a father-son highlight reel you'd frame on your wall. A core memory, burned into the bright place in a kid's story. But then she showed up. A woman in Phillies gear came charging down the steps like she owned the entire section, pointing, arguing, shouting, "That's my ball." Witnesses say she jabbed Drew in the arm. Lincoln's glove was still clutching the ball when she leaned in, inches away, demanding it. And here's where it all unraveled. Caught between escalating the situation further or simply giving in, Drew did what he thought would make her go away. He pulled the ball from Lincoln's glove and handed it over. The reaction wasn't just disappointment, it was instant outrage. Gasps and groans spread like a wave across the stadium. One nearby fan dropped his face into his hands in disbelief. Boos echo around the section like thunder. Whatever joy had filled that row seconds earlier, gone. And the woman, she strutted up the steps like she'd just scored the game winner herself. Cameras showed her flipping off the crowd with a smug grin, clutching the kid's ball like it was rightfully hers. That one moment, the smug smirk, the two middle fingers, and the stunned face of a little boy was all it took. Within hours, that clip was everywhere. But that wasn't the worst part. What happened after she sat down turned her from a ball thief into a full-blown internet villain. TikTok blew up. Twitter went nuclear. Reddit spun with rage, but it wasn't just outrage, it was creativity. Creators slapped Disney villain music under the slow-mo clip of her walk back to her seat. Some compared her to Cruella de Vil and Ursula. Others dubbed her the Wicked Witch of the ballpark. In the background, Lincoln's disappointed face frozen like a broken dream. The Savannah Bananas, a minor league team known for viral antics, even jumped in. They posted a whole skit mocking the woman, casting her as Phillies Karen, strutting around and stealing props from kids while fans booed. And just like that, she wasn't just a fan, she was a character. Parody, check memes, infinite reaction gifs, non-stop. The internet had found its next supervillain. But this wasn't just a joke anymore, because when the mob wants justice, memes are just the start. Soon the internet sleuths showed up, Reddit detectives, Twitter theorists, TikTok investigators, all combing clips and comment sections looking up for a name. And they believed they found it. A screenshot surfaced from Hamilton Public Schools in New Jersey, a staff directory, a name circled in red, Shaw Richardson Wagner, supposedly a school administrator. The connection? She works with kids. The irony was too delicious for the internet to ignore. People started saying things like, if she'll steal a ball from a child on camera, what else is she capable of? The moral outrage got louder. TikToks dropped by the minute. Comments exploded with, fire her, protect our kids, how is she still working with children? And just when you thought the chaos hit a peak, it got even uglier. The internet didn't just go after one person, it went after multiple bystanders who happened to share a name or even a vague resemblance. First, a real administrator in New Jersey, someone completely unrelated, found herself getting threats, DMs, and horrific messages from total strangers. Screenshots of her LinkedIn and profile photos were being blasted out as the Karen who ruined a kid's joy. Even worse, a woman named Cheryl Richardson Wagner, who wasn't even in the state during the game, had her name and face spread like wildfire. She was a Red Sox fan, not even connected to the Phillies or Miami. She finally had to go on Facebook and publicly post, "I'm not the crazy Phillies mom, I wasn't at the game, and I'm a Red Sox fan." But that didn't slow anyone down, and here's the craziest part. Each wrong guess became part of the storyline. Wrong woman? Could have been her twin. None of these are her. Then she's hiding real good. Truth didn't matter, the drama did. As the fire spread, Hamilton Public Schools had to step in. In a move most districts never make, they released a sharp public statement. We have no record of a Cheryl Richardson Wagner ever being employed by Hamilton Public Schools. Any claims suggesting otherwise are false. Boom. That should have ended it, right? Wrong. Instead of accepting the denial, conspiracy theories lit up the feeds again. They're covering for her. She changed her name. She was a contractor, not a full employee. Others said she used a maiden name or that the district was scrubbing her digital footprint. TikTokers stitched the official denial next to the original footage of the woman, analyzing both like it was a Netflix documentary. Every hole in the story became proof of a deeper cover-up. Meanwhile, the woman in the clip, whoever she really is, never said a word. No interviews, no statements, no attempt to explain herself or clear the air. Some said she'd gone into hiding, others believed she was getting legal advice to sue for defamation. Some swore she was quietly deleting old profiles and cleaning up her online footprint. And that silence, it was gasoline on a fire. The less she said, the more the internet filled in every blank. Podcasts broke down her body language. TikTokers zoomed in on her smirk and called it proof of guilt. And all around, people asked one question, what kind of person does this, and then just goes silent? Eventually, weeks later, the truth surfaced completely. Every theory, every ID, every termination letter circulating online, fake. The staff directory, misread. The screenshots, some were photoshopped termination letters, fabricated for clout. The woman was never confirmed by any official outlet. And the two women harassed online, completely innocent, but that didn't fix anything because by then the damage was done. Her face was already imprinted on millions of screens. Her reputation was ruined by a single clip and the story that followed. And in the court of public opinion, she was guilty. Lincoln, the birthday boy, got his redemption arc. He left the stadium not with that baseball, but with something even better. A signed bat from Harrison Bader, a ton of merch, and endless love from fans online. His dad, Drew, was praised for how calmly he handled the chaos. He didn't escalate, he protected his kid's dignity. But the woman in the video, her ending isn't so clean. We still don't know her name. She never gave one. She never confirmed or denied anything. But she lost something bigger than a job. She lost her peace. And in the end, this story wasn't about baseball. It was about how the internet picks a narrative, locks in a villain, and never asks questions once the memes are too good to stop. So ask yourself, How many Philly Karens have we created online? How many stories are actually just stories? Because in 2025, truth moves slower than TikTok, and outrage hits harder than a Harrison Bader home run.